Anyways, welcome to What the Hell, and we're going to be finishing a painting that I should have finished a long time ago, but I have issues. Right here. So, sorry. Hello. I had to put a message because then people think I'm ignoring them. Alright. So this is my favorite style because you can just lather on paint. This is the relaxing style of painting called abstract. We're like doing the second layer, I think, or third layer, I don't know. Should I have? Hello, Acrotat. You cannot scare me. Nothing scares me. I am fear. Today we are. I should have finished this painting a while ago, but we were a little bit too preoccupied. So I kind of already set out the colors, so I don't need to be doing too much mixing. And then if you guys want to see the beginning of the painting, you can find it in my shorts page, or my shorts section, maybe. Or I have a my art playlist if you want to just see the previous steps, if they're even steps. But anyways, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. Appreciate the likes. If you're ever looking to relax, I say pick up a very minimalistic art style. Hey Smiley, how are you? What time is it for you, Smiley? Because I know you're in Tijuana, but I don't get it. How are you? Is it 2 a.m. right now for you, or? All right. Well, I'm glad you woke up, though, Smiley. Well, you should be glad. And with acrylics, it's like you're gonna do a few layers, but if you get lucky, you only need to do 2. And if you go with an abstract style, you really only ever have to do like 2. Because, oh, it's supposed to look like that. Yes, of course. Hello, Minnie, Sheriff and you. How are you? Yeah, it's 2 a.m. for me. I'm trying to fix my schedule. How is it 2 a.m. for you? Do I not know the time? Well, every morning I have to go out and I have to flush my pit because I have a giant pit where I keep people, and so I have to go make sure it's clear, and that's pretty much every morning because it can get full of water and waste, and then the people won't really survive in there. So I always keep my people pit clean daily. That's just basic people pit maintenance. So if you have a people pit where you keep people in it, and you're not cleaning it out daily, then you don't know what. Wait, what else do you do as a mod? Oh, well, there's not much as a mod. Sometimes I have bad people. I mean, what should he be doing as a mod? Yes, Smiley, how he should be Smiley, if you ever do want to just troll and you just start saying some random story, that's perfectly fine. That's not even true or whatever. Like, you're good to troll at that level. If you just, if you feel the chat is too quiet, because I do trust you, Smiley, you can just start saying some random stuff, and then I'll start like improvising off of it if you want. But I think you're just if I'm painting or drawing, there's just that fact that I might get distracted with that and have a delayed response. But I'm perfectly cool with like people I trust saying random stuff and trolling the chat. Bro, I'm past my sleeping schedule, I promise. I'm not. uh, yeah. I think everybody's past their sleeping schedule. Was I your first mod? No, Smiley. I there was a there was a few trial and error that I'm one of those fools that will be like, oh, let's see if this works, and I'll just like see if it flies or falls. So when I first started going live, and I think my first lives are actually private for now. I was thinking I'll probably make them public when I hit 1,000 subs. So if you guys ever want to see the first real lives, I have to hit 1,000 subs. But I I pretty much would kind of let anyone who was asking be a moderator because I just wanted to see what was up. And I got some pretty nice people. Like at first, they were pretty cool, but every now and then, I would run into someone who was a little bit too. Some people just wanted to be moderator to promote their channel or like their own channel. Some people just wanted to be moderator to like literally just to be it. The ones that I thought were the worst, just like literally like you're just kind of a bad person, was people who they asked to be moderator just to try to get your channel banned or in some way. Like they start saying. So the other thing though too is I did want moderators to be over 21, if anything. So because there's just that other layer of like how do I put it? I don't want someone to think that you're like somebody who's young interacting with someone who's older, and you're trying to manage old or getting into an argument with somebody who's trolling me and they're like 20 years older than you. Like I don't want to put that on someone who's you get me. So if it's an adult, like by all means, I'm okay with it. But if I if I suspect that the person might be underage, I do not like to make them moderator. Um, but that's mainly to protect them more than anything. Because there's some really bad comments out there, and I would much rather, yeah, yeah, like, because when I was when I would do like the other type of live stream where I just talk into the camera, it would attract a lot of that really really negative. Like it's not even negative; it's just sickening kind of jokes styles or whatever. And yeah, it's not something I would really want to make somebody else. Now that I know how to delete comments, because that was the thing at first too. I didn't know how to really delete comments, but now that I know how to like manage it, I also like just gotten better at noticing when somebody who's talking might start being a negative troll. When at first I didn't, but yeah, I don't like the feeling of making some or like if somebody works for me. Like, and I don't know if that's if that's how you guys feel, but that's how I feel. Like if you just make someone a moderator, it's almost like they might be on the clock in some way, and I don't want to do that. So the more I learned on how to like manage comments and stuff, like okay, the less I needed to make people moderators. But I do trust you though, Acrotat. That's why if you want, I mean, you can basically spam the chat if you get bored. But like if other people are commenting, try not to. um, but there are. I think that's something that I realized I probably should allow because apparently, like the number of chats helped the algorithm. So sorry, I'm gonna paint this corner and it's all out of focus. But we are trying to do this. Let's see. I was going red and then orange, which makes sense. I guess now I go yellow. Duh. Alright. While I mix this, you can stare at a UFO. Right? I think I need to clean this. I know. Do you paint or draw, Smiley? Or what about you, Acrotat? I remember the first lives that were like this pretty much. Just me on my phone. I think if you're gonna start live streaming, it's just better to start with your phone, so it's a million times easier. I do both, in fact, pretty bad. Oh no, wait, I do both. In fact, actually, I'm drawing on people right now. Oh, nice. I have a bag of markers, but I don't use them. I think part of what made me start painting was me like realizing like I can't travel to France or freaking Italy or wherever to fucking see like the great art. And I was like, well, I can just learn how to do it. And if I sat down and like, yeah, it would probably take me like a month or whatever, but I could replicate one of those paintings. Not a month, sorry. It would take me a few months, probably a few years, not a month. Um, but like when you start just picking up your own style, it's almost like you wanna build your own worlds. And the main reason why I fell in love with painting, but the bigger one was drawing, is because you can just draw up an entire world. And you just like it's almost like you're escaping to it while you draw it. But I get that, like, if it doesn't look like the thing that you want it to look, it can be very discouraging. But I always recommend it because it can be very relaxing. But what are you drawing on my? Let's see here. What is that? Brown? Why would I put brown there? What if you'd want to become a full-time, or have to go to Italy or something? Wait. Oh, a full-time artist? No. That's what I like about YouTube, because I mean that is what I'm trying to do if I could. So I do have my like Kofi set up, or coffee or whatever. And then I made my Instagram now because we are trying to move into like getting commissions and stuff. So if you do want to commission something, like, yeah, by all means, and then now I can work it out to have it shipped to you or whatever. But yeah, that was always the dream. Like, kind of when once I saw painting, I was a little bit better at painting than I thought I would be. I was like, okay, we can probably make something. And then what kind of happened was my friends would see how good I am, and they just kind of spot me for cost. So I never really like made profit off the paintings, but a lot of the paintings that I painted, I don't have anymore because they were for my friends or family, or like sometimes it was friends of friends. So I've done of like most of my paintings have actually been commissions technically, but not I didn't really they're not officially commissions because it's not really at profit. I'm doing it almost like it's like you pay for your art school kind of thing. So, like if I was trying to learn color theory, or like this style that I'm doing right now, it'd probably be good to learn how to like mix paint and how different textures are gonna dry. So, um, I got to learn all of this pretty much on like my friends, and my friends are covering the cost. So I did get um, just a lot better because it's like the better you get, the funner it is. It's really weird. Um, but it's also the most because it gets more stressful, or um, when you think you're good and then all of a sudden you just keep messing up. Where do you work at now, Smiley? What am I doing? Should I be that? I don't know. I think so. Oh, ID. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, I don't have a job run. Oh shoot, nice dude. Yeah, I am. I technically don't have one now too either, because I did get a job though recently. I thought I was gonna be good, but Before that, though, are you gonna go to school for paramedic, or where are you gonna go to school for that? Because if you're gonna go to medical school, you should try to go for nurse. But I don't know. I think paramedic is less time. But I don't know. I mean, if you qualify for like some student loans and stuff, you can totally. You should go for nursing. Well, sorry, Acrotat. Um, what time is it? You should probably have been to bed. It's no hard feelings, Acrotat. We are we are watching paint dry technically right now, so it's no hard feelings. But yeah, what you want to do though, Smiley, is just be careful to which frickin' medical school you go to. You want to look at like the reviews for sure, um, on Yelp. Or are you going to go to medical school in Mexico or over here? But uh, oh, man. Yeah, Acrotat, you have to be 21 and over. Sorry, no hard feelings. That doesn't mean you don't get preference or whatever. I will still give you preference if you ever comment. I will make sure you get acknowledged if that's what you're worried about. But believe me, I'll remember you. Nice, dude. If so, okay. The the shit you want to find out about, besides like, okay, if it's certified, um, you want to like meet. I don't know if they might do it the same, but from what I've seen, most like trade schools are gonna do the same process where they're gonna walk you around, and it's a lot like they're selling a car. And I don't know if they get commission for it, but what happens is they tell you that they're gonna work with your schedule and they're gonna tell you a bunch of stuff. Yeah, Acrotab, but please understand that we still love you here at Chaotic Industries. It doesn't mean that we don't. But maybe the policy will change someday. But I think for now, we can keep it. But don't worry, dude. You'll be honorary mod. Man, I love painting sand color. Like the greatest feeling in the world. What made you want to be a paramedic? Oh, I Okay. All right, Acrotat. Well, you have a good night. We'll see you soon. I'll do a special drawing for you, dude. Don't worry about it. Cool. You're a cool cat. Alright, where am I gonna go? Is that what they do now? No. Huh. I don't think it'll come out right. I don't know what I needed to do with it. No idea. I think I go on to green. Oh shit. We are alone. Yeah, I met a bunch of paramedics when I was working. They would always have to come in and pick up a patient. I don't know if it's the most stressful job, but I don't know if I can recommend respiratory therapy to anyone without having to give off a big disclaimer. But it seemed like they kind of had to do both respiratory therapy and the nurse's job when it comes to medications. Like, every now and then, though, or usually they have the reputation of being, let's say, not know-it-alls, but cocky. They would come off like really, really cocky. But after meeting enough paramedics, I realized that they're just used to dealing with a lot of stupid people. So half the time they don't know if they're talking to someone that's smart. Like, I kind of got it. But yo, hello. I'm a fucking table. What's up? Thank you for the likes, by the way. Appreciate you. What are you up to today? Besides watching this? I'm trying to finish this painting from like 3-4 months ago. I should probably tell you. Yeah, I kind of figured it was, by the way. I had like a feeling it might be, but yeah, I am. I guess just between you and me or whatever. But I quit my job today. I had gotten a job at a Ford dealership, and It was ironically enough one of the better places I've ever been been employed with. It's just that the way you get paid just doesn't make sense for like what my financial needs, I guess. And I had to give it up because I didn't want to waste time either. I didn't want to like I'm never gonna just walk in and milk a paycheck. That just seems kind of fucked up. So I loved my boss though. You, the guy hired me pretty much on the spot. How much did they pay? So it was gonna be 16.50 an hour plus commission, but the kicker is to get commission, you have to sell at least 10 cars a month. And their top seller was at like 14. And I was like, wait, and the runner up is at like 8. And then I'm realizing, holy shit, wait, how do you. So I thought like if you sell a car during a pay period, you get like a cut of that in the next pay period or whatever. But no, they wait until the end of the month and then kind of just tally it up. And so it just makes sense why car salesmen act the way they do now. And part of me really did just want one, I just wanted to see something different from respiratory therapy. Um, but they yeah, they really don't really give you an opportunity to make it now. You could in like a really weird ideal world, like maybe it's there, but when I did the math and I compare it to respiratory therapy, like no, it just doesn't make sense. And what really kind of messed with me was, let's say I sell one car, right, while the time I'm there, and I'm not going to even get commission for it, and it might mean somebody else that I work with isn't going to get their whole commission either because you have to sell 10. Um, so basically, when you're a salesman, you're competing with other salesmen. Yeah, and they make it that way. And it's not even the finance manager, it's not the sales manager. So it's not even the people that like, when you go to a dealership, they bring in the manager or whatever. So it's not even them. Like this comes from whoever owns the dealership or whoever owns the franchise, and it's like you don't even know who thought of this method, but it is just putting up salesmen up against each other, and it's like it incentivizes people to try to take other people's because they just get leads all day. And I just felt really, really bad because I was like, if I get lucky and I sell 10 cars or whatever, that might mean somebody that's been there for a few years isn't gonna get their full paycheck. And what I saw that could happen, not saying that they were doing this, because again, I do want to just give proper respect to my boss, the guy, like he fucking took a chance on me and just gave me the gig, and so I'll love that guy forever for that. But you get a bunch of new salesmen, and if each one of them sells like 5 or 6 cars in that month, no one, you don't have to pay them commission, and you cashed in on all the everything that they made, because every single one of them should have sold at least 10 to get paid the commission for everything that you work. So you can end up at 9 cars having worked, because it's a 50-hour work week, and then you spent 200 hours and you didn't even get the full thing. And it's like, oh, it just made so much sense the way they do that. And the other sad part is like just the pricing with it, where you're gonna like, in order to properly make money to support yourself, because let's say you only sell 10 cars, which again is like the kind of just basic level, um you will have to like kind of cash in as much as you can on that, and that means trying to tack on all the accessories and all that stuff. And I think what's happened with that business is that it really relies on providing an experience to the customer so that they pay whatever they want or whatever the dealership wants for the car. And sorry, I'm switching colors. I need to get something darker. So, the what was I saying right now? Yeah, sorry, god dang it, I completely lost my chain of thought. But yeah, they don't really. I mean, like, it's obvious, like they don't want to pay people commission or whatever. But it just seemed a lot like if you have fewer salesmen, they'd all be making more money. But by having more salesmen, you don't have to pay them off. And I just would really, really feel bad, like if you take work from someone like that. And I know, like you're just trying to survive at that point, but you're kind of in like a weird Hunger Game situation. And so I think I was talking about the accessories, yeah. So it's like I think it was oh yeah, sorry, that they want you to pay for like the experience of buying a car. And so that's kind of what the markup and the car basically means is like so the car already comes with a markup from the factory, or at least saying like what it should be priced at. Um the dealership though wants the customer to pay extra just because it's in that dealership, just because you have it, just because it's this salesman that talked to you. And I think that's dying out now. Like it's not a $3,000 experience buying a car. But that's what you're basically saying when somebody walks in and you're like, "Oh, you love this car. This is great. This is what you want." Well, here it is. Okay, let's talk numbers, and then boom, you have almost $5,000 extra added on, and then that's when the game starts because then they're gonna just try to sell you on the feature. Then they're gonna try to sell you on this, and it exhausts people. It increases the chances of someone backing out of it. And I kind of just had to think about it as a poker player, but also, I mean, I do have the license in respiratory therapy. And in poker, you can't expect to win 10 hands in a row. Like, that's ridiculous. You have to go, like, it just doesn't happen like that. And here, you kind of have to be playing, going all in, trying to get them for everything because it might be, you're only 10 sales of the month. And so I just found myself either I was going to underperform or bump heads. But I totally felt that I could convince somebody to buy a car. But at the end of the day, I'm like, if I'm convincing you to do something, I know that I would be okay making the deal myself. You get me? Like if I feel that this isn't the right thing to do, I don't feel comfortable convincing someone to do it. And that kind of came from where I used to work, being a college teacher, where I found myself having to talk to students who like clearly you're not doing well here, and it's not your fault. It's the people that are in charge of your education. They've made it a lot more difficult for you to come into school. But I found myself having to basically resell the program to them so that they don't drop out, so that they stay in. And there was always a guilty side to me. Like in my head, I'm like, I'm just doing this so because I know that this person's gonna be great at this. They're gonna save lives. It's kind of it'd be sad to lose this talent, but I mean, you can't deny that the cards keep getting stacked against them by either their instructors or the people that are in charge, like they call them directors, or whatever. That's the person in charge of the program or whatever. And like I said, like I can't. If I'm good at convincing someone, if I'm good at like, if I have the type of personality that can help someone, I wouldn't want to do that to screw someone over. Like I can't do it. So it was like multiple things, but I know at one point I was like, at the end of the day, like I don't even have the possibility of being a sleazy salesman just in it for the cash. Like that's not even an option. You're really being a sleazy salesman to each other, and it just explains so much with like all those times that I've like you've gone to like a dealership and the way they act. Um, like that time that you went in and the guy was being crazy aggressive. It was probably his last car. He's probably 2 cars behind or 3 cars behind. And yeah, going at the end of the month to a dealership is the best possible idea. Think last 3 days, if it's the final weekend for sure. Um, that is when they will take off everything for you. They will give you what they call salesperson deals. And my thing is like I liked being around the forts. I was like that was cool, but part of me misses the patience. So I am gonna are we looking or am looking back into respiratory therapy because part of me really misses the just literally helping someone who is dying, and then you just get to be I don't know, you get to be there for them, and it's the weirdest kind of it's not really a rush because I don't think it's a positive thing to be happening to someone, you know, almost dying or whatever, but it's very fulfilling at the end of the day because even if you're tired or if you were there for long hours or whatnot, you're like, okay, but at least that guy lives. You get me? Like when his daughter comes back to visit him, he's still there. Like I'm okay being tired if that's the reason. So, like I never minded that when I was on the floor, and even with teaching, like I never minded being like super tired after visiting a student at like 1 o'clock in the morning because I knew that that student got one hell of a 1 hour break by just sitting there talking to me. And so yeah, it's always fun to I don't know, be the good guy randomly. It's the funniest thing I can do. So let me see. Did I make that? No, you're good. But yeah, it was very nice to learn though what happens behind that. Like you know when they negotiate with you at the table and then they go, okay, give me a second, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go talk to the manager. I got to hear the conversation that happens back there. And you know what? It really does come down to like the salesman thinking, how much money am I gonna make off of this? The manager thinking, how much money is the dealership gonna make on this? And if they don't like you, they're not gonna give you a deal. So it kind of goes both ways. Where like you know, if you don't like the salesman, you're not gonna buy something from them. But if the salesman doesn't like you, then they're not gonna. Why should they make a deal with you? So it does go both ways. Where like if you're looking for a good deal, the one thing I mean, honey wins gets more flies, and you have to like kind of you have to be polite but not a pushover. You gotta like yeah, it's so weird. But I just figured I was like I like the saving people part a little bit. I think I went through a lot or a little bit too much at my previous place. It was a little bit too much. Um, Alrighty then. Where am I? I think I need to get black paint now. I think so. Am I? And then I am gonna do stand-up comedy today. Or I'm hosting. So I think I'm gonna do a video of it. But I don't know, I like it's nice when I do stand-up and I'm not recording. It feels kind of liberating, but I don't. Okay, I think I'm gonna get the black paint. No, I gotta cut. Oh no, blue. Sorry. God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna come in with the blue. We have to too. Oh shoot. I wanted to use the wrong color. It's not like I completely forgot I had mixed this with red. So what do I do when it's I mean you can spam for sure, Smiley, like you've got the go ahead to do that. But what I was thinking, you can just ask me like a random, really random ass question, like just think it up. Like it doesn't even have to be accurate. Like what did I do last Saturday or some random crap like that. And I can improvise off of it. It's because like if I'm painting, it's hard for me to just start improving random shit. But if you ever just want to bounce off a random conversation, like yeah, that's kind of like you can say random shit like you fuck. uh, let me see here. Oh, I did use red. Holy crap! Give me a second. That's crazy. But I ain't gonna lie though, Smiley. If you're young though and you haven't gone to college yet, it might be a good deal for you. If you ever want to be a freaking salesman, it's actually not. It makes a little bit of sense um, for someone who hasn't gone to school yet. Like, and especially if you're young, like if you're out of high school and you just need something, because at the end of the day, you can just get minimum wage. They won't really let you just sit there and milk minimum wage, but like you do need to come up with something eventually. But yeah, I mean, you don't need any school for it. I just think like just make sure you find out like what the pay structure is or like what you really expect to earn. Um, I swear, like this painting, it's like it seems simple, but it's a lot. I think 'cause it's big. Like I was wondering, like why has this taken so long? It's primary colors pretty much, because not like really like I'm mixing it. This one I did. It has to be a little bit of red and then mostly white with the blue or whatever, the turquoise. Um, but it's a freaking grind. Like I painted this in one day, or like in 4 hours. I did it on the live stream, but this has taken. I think it's just so many layers. We are. But Smiley, you should probably get into painting though. That's definitely you should. When you have your free time and your downtime. I did a live stream where I wasn't like I didn't talk at all. It was a painting live stream. Didn't say a word for like an hour and a half. It's my most watched painting live stream. I hate Kentucky. What the hell? Then how did I paint that? Oh. What am I doing? Oh, should I? I don't know. Is that how I had it before? Oh, you did. That way it doesn't look all. Look at that. Look. Look at us. Look at that. Okay. I think so. Oh, no. You know what? God damn it. Oh, nice. Thank you for the likes, by the way. You are the best. Do I get right? Do I get right? Yes. Shit. Well, usually when that happens, you know, this is why I love acrylic. Okay. When do I go onto black? Alright, I'm gonna step back or pull the camera back. Ah! There we can kind of. You always want to back away and see how it looks like as a whole. Oh, this looks really cool. Makes me feel like a kid for some reason. Alright, well, I think we might almost be done. I'm just not sure. Sorry, we're taking that moment to, I guess, see what the hell, or what should I do next? Alright, I think I know what I'm gonna do next. I just need 1 second. Alright, and then I'm gonna continue with this one just because I have some paint mixed out and I think I know what I can use it with. So 2 more seconds and I'm gonna start messing around with this one. Hello. back, back, you animal. Alright. I swear to God. I hope I didn't jump scare anyone, but we are going to continue on here. It's time for me to tap for sure, bro. I completely get you. Please go to sleep. Thank you for joining us. I might stream earlier from now on anyway, so we'll probably get in a better time. No, for you. But you have a good night, man. Let me see, where am I? Really? Why? Where's your... Oh, I see. It's like a thing. hello if you're new and you're joining us. I don't talk too much when I'm painting. Unless you have a question. By all means, I can talk. But yeah, I don't. Now we scan. Let me see. Did we mess up bad somewhere? Alright, not yet. That looks kind of bad. Okay. Hmm. I have some white paint left. I need to use it. Okay, sorry, I was mixing paint. Ah. think we are good here. I have used up the goddamn paint. Should I? I probably should. God damn it. One more layer. One more layer. Okay. Oh my god. Smiley, if you're watching, I thought you were saying good night. God damn it! I've been quiet this whole time. I didn't read your full comment until now. I thought you were saying retired to go to sleep. But oh, sorry if I just like stopped talking to you, or if I like said goodbye and all. Okay. I just started playing GTA because I'm recording B-roll for some other stupid video that we're gonna do, which actually reminds me I should probably be doing that now. Which I mean, I'm not complaining too much. It's just that, yeah. But anyways, people, love you all. To the future folk, to the current folk, you are the best. I am going to be ending this stream here. Should we call it Watching Paint Dry? I think that's a better title. But anyways, this has been Chaotic Industries doing God knows what. Amen. All right, people. Love y'all.